Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Twilight, the channel where we explore the world's most mysterious places and unexplained events. Those that science has yet to provide definitive answers for. Today, let's take a chilling journey to Skinwalker Ranch, a remote property in Inter-County, Utah, USA. Why has this place become the epicenter of countless eerie stories? UFOs mysteriously hovering in the sky, strange. Glowing lights, cattle mutilations. Disturbing and surgically precise, unexplainable sounds and supernatural occurrences. Could it be that aliens are using Skinwalker Ranch as a secret laboratory? Is there an ancient force at play, tied to the Navajo legend of the Skinwalker? A shape-shifting sorcerer? Or is this all just a clever hoax, designed to lure in tourists, sell movies, and fuel conspiracy theories? So, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and let's dive into the criminal, scientific, and supernatural perspectives behind Skinwalker Ranch. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, this story will make your skin crawl. Where is Skinwalker Ranch and what's its history? Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch for a period, is located near Ballard in the Inter-Basin region of Utah, USA. The 500-acres over 2 commune property appears to be just an ordinary ranch, with houses, open fields, and livestock enclosures. However, since the 1990s, the ranch has become infamous for bizarre and terrifying occurrences. The Sherman family and the unbelievable phenomena. In the mid-90s, the Sherman family, who owned the ranch at the time, began reporting disturbing events. UFOs in the sky, mysterious circular objects appearing at night before disappearing without a trace. Strange, unexplained lights flickering in the darkness. Horrifying cattle mutilations, their bodies surgically carved open, internal organs removed with surgical precision, yet no blood was spilled. At first, people suspected deranged criminals or cultists breaking onto the ranch. However, no perpetrators were ever caught, despite extensive investigations. This led to the chilling question: could a human even perform such precise and bloodless mutilations? As time passed, the mystery deepened, and Skinwalker Ranch became a hotbed for theories about aliens, government experiments, and supernatural forces. Skinwalker. Why does the name sound so haunting? In Navajo folklore, Skinwalker is a dark sorcerer with the terrifying ability to shift into animals or even other humans, often for malevolent purposes. Some legends say that skinwalkers possess living creatures, induce hallucinations, and manipulate their victims. Unlike traditional healers, these entities are considered twisted and evil, representing the darkest form of Navajo witchcraft. The Navajo people fear and avoid even speaking of skinwalkers, believing that doing so might attract their attention. The Skinwalker curse on Inter-Basin. The Inter-Basin region has a complex and violent history, particularly between the Navajo and Ute tribes. According to some oral traditions, the Navajo cursed this land, allegedly releasing skinwalkers as a form of revenge against their enemies. Whether this curse is real or simply legend, no one can say for sure, but one thing is certain: calling it Skinwalker Ranch instead of Sherman Ranch makes it sound far more sinister, doesn't it? 1996. The Sherman family's nightmare. The first widely publicized reports of strange occurrences at Skinwalker Ranch emerged when Terry and Gunn Sherman purchased the property in 1994. They moved in, hoping for a peaceful ranching life, raising cattle and living off the land. Instead, from day one, they experienced bizarre, terrifying phenomena, strange lights in the sky, hovering and darting away at unnatural speeds, unidentifiable, deep, roaring sounds at night, cattle being slaughtered in gruesome, inexplicable ways. The chilling cattle mutilation. Terry Sherman once found one of his cows dead, but the scene was deeply disturbing. The cow had its reproductive organs removed. Its blood had been completely drained, yet there was no trace of blood around the body. Even more bizarre, no footprints or signs of a predator were found nearby. Doors slamming and the stench of sulfur. Gwen Sherman also reported an eerie pattern. At times, she smelled a strong, sulfur-like odor similar to burning brimstone. Moments later, doors all over the house would slam shut by themselves, as if an invisible force had swept through the ranch. Desperate for answers, the Shermans gave up, terrified. The Sherman family went public with their experiences, even contacting newspapers and paranormal investigators. But no scientific explanation or suspect was ever found. By 1996, exhausted and afraid, the Shermans sold Skinwalker Ranch at a significant financial loss to billionaire Robert Bigelow, just to escape the nightmare. Robert Bigelow and Ides Cry legitimate UFO investigation. Robert Bigelow, a billionaire and longtime enthusiast of UFOs and the paranormal, saw Skinwalker Ranch as the ultimate testing ground for unexplained phenomena. To scientifically investigate the mysteries of the ranch, he founded the National Institute for Discovery Science in Nuddies, a privately funded research organization dedicated to studying UFOs, the supernatural, and high strangeness events. Bigelow's high-tech surveillance operation 1996, early 2000s. After purchasing Skinwalker Ranch in 1996, Bigelow and Nuddies installed high-tech surveillance equipment, cameras, electromagnetic sensors, infrared motion detectors, and other scientific monitoring devices. Deployed full-time staff, including security personnel and scientists, to observe and record unusual activity 24/7. Hoped to capture undeniable proof of UFOs, cryptids, interdimensional beings, or any other anomalies. The mysterious and underwhelming results, despite years of round-the-clock research, it's never released conclusive scientific reports. Instead, scattered rumors and vague leaks suggested staff witnessed glowing blue orbs moving across the sky. Unusual radiation spikes were detected at certain locations. Cameras and electronic equipment malfunctioned without explanation. However, none of these findings were peer-reviewed or widely accepted by mainstream science. Nindy S. Disbands and silence falls over the ranch. After years of investigation with no groundbreaking discoveries, Nindes was eventually dissolved, and Skinwalker Ranch went quiet, at least publicly. Bigelow held onto the property, but stopped publicizing any research, fueling new speculation. Did he actually find something but kept it secret? Or was Skinwalker Ranch simply a dead end, with nothing truly extraordinary happening? For a while, the ranch faded from mainstream attention, until its next mysterious owner stepped in. Cattle mutilations, crime or supernatural forces. The phenomenon of cattle mutilations isn't exclusive to Skinwalker Ranch. Since the 1970s, mysterious livestock mutilations have been reported across multiple U.S. states, including New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. The pattern is eerily similar each time: ears, reproductive organs, and eyes surgically removed. No blood left behind, as if the body had been completely drained. no visible predator or human footprints near the scene. This has fueled one of the most persistent conspiracy theories, that UFOs abduct cattle for scientific experiments. The alien experiment. Theory supporters claim that extraterrestrials are harvesting genetic material from livestock. The idea is that aliens might be conducting biological research on Earth, using cattle as test subjects. However, no direct evidence, such as a video of a UFO abducting a cow, has ever been captured. Could it be human criminal activity? Some researchers suggest a more grounded explanation, perhaps a secretive group of people, whether cultists or rogue scientists, are performing bizarre rituals or biological experiments. Yet, despite decades of investigations, no arrests have ever been made. Even at Skinwalker Ranch, despite 24/7 surveillance under Robert Bigelow, no intruders or suspects were caught in the act. The chilling conclusion: since no rational suspects have been identified, many people default to the paranormal explanation. If no human was caught doing it, then it must be something not human. Whether it's aliens, interdimensional beings, or supernatural entities, the mystery of cattle mutilations remains unsolved. At Skinwalker Ranch, cameras never recorded the act itself, leading some to believe that whoever, or whatever, is behind it doesn't operate under normal human rules. Could it all be a hoax to sell the story? Some skeptics have questioned whether the entire Skinwalker Ranch phenomenon is an elaborate hoax, or at least partly exaggerated to boost its mystique and attract attention. The business side of the mystery. After Robert Bigelow sold the ranch, ownership passed to Adamantium Holdings in 2016. The property soon became the centerpiece of TV shows and documentaries, including the History Channel series The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. This has led some to speculate, was the ranch intentionally marketed as a paranormal hotspot to attract UFO enthusiasts and media profits? How a hoax could work if this were a deliberate attempt to build hype? Then, someone within the ranch could have staged the cattle mutilations, carefully cutting and leaving the bodies to create shock and intrigue. The creepier the stories, the more attention it attracts, bringing in UFO fans, TV audiences, and curious tourists. Increased media exposure per higher financial value for the ranch. The problems with the hoax theory: there's no hard evidence that any owner or insider faked cattle mutilations. The Sherman family's 1994-96 owners actually suffered financially. They lost money selling the ranch at a reduced price just to escape. If this were purely a marketing stunt, wouldn't there be more staged, big events, rather than a long history of vague, scattered incidents? Final verdict: still unresolved. While it's possible that later owners leaned into the legend for business, the original cattle mutilation cases, and UFO reports long predate the ranch's media fame. So, is Skinwalker Ranch just a well-crafted sci-fi marketing scheme, or is there genuine high strangeness happening? The answer remains as mysterious as the ranch itself. Unusual geology in magnetic anomalies. Some scientists have explored a more natural explanation for the strange occurrences at Skinwalker Ranch. Specifically, the geological and electromagnetic conditions in the Utah Basin. 1. Magnetic disturbances and electromagnetic anomalies. The region has mineral deposits, underground faults, and potential magnetic fluctuations. If electromagnetic waves are unstable, they could interfere with electronic devices, which could explain why cameras, sensors, and other equipment at the ranch frequently malfunctioned. Compasses and navigation tools acted erratically. Radio signals sometimes cut out without explanation. The INS researchers often reported electronic disruptions, which could be a side effect of the area's unique geology rather than paranormal forces. 2. Could electromagnetic fields cause hallucinations? Studies have shown that exposure to strong electromagnetic fields, HEMF, can affect human perception, sometimes causing dizziness, nausea, and disorientation, unexplained feelings of being watched, hearing phantom sounds like whistling or voices. If Skinwalker Ranch has high EF levels, this could induce eerie sensations in visitors, leading them to believe they are experiencing paranormal activity. 3. Cattle mutilations. Could it be natural? Some experts argue that cattle deaths might have natural causes, such as parasitic infections leading to organ decay, coyotes or scavengers eating soft tissues, eyes, lips, genitals, leaving the corpse looking surgically precise. However, ranchers strongly disagree, insisting they can tell the difference between natural scavenging and unnatural, precise mutilations. Scientific views. Paranormal debate continues. While geology and electromagnetic fields may explain some of the phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch, it doesn't account for everything, especially the UFO sightings, glowing orbs, and strangely intact cattle corpses drained of blood. So, is the ranch simply a hotspot for electromagnetic oddities? Or is something else at play? Science still doesn't have a definitive answer. Military and CIA involvement. The Pentagon's UFO files shake the public. One of the most intriguing twists in the Skinwalker Ranch mystery is its alleged connection to the US government, including the Pentagon, CIA, and military intelligence. 1. The Bigelow Pentagon connection. Robert Bigelow, former owner of the ranch, wasn't just a billionaire obsessed with UFOs. He worked directly with the US Department of Defense under the ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Some leaked documents in 2017 suggested that Skinwalker Ranch was a key location for gathering UFO-related data. 2. Secret military surveillance. Many UFO enthusiasts believe that the CIA and military secretly visited the ranch. Rumors claim that black helicopters and covert operatives were spotted in the area. Some theorize that the US government knows about extraterrestrial activity at the ranch but is keeping it classified. 3. Is the government hiding alien contact? The more mysterious and classified the ranch becomes, the more it fuels speculation that something extraordinary is happening there. Are officials covering up real evidence of alien contact? Or is the government simply interested in the strange electromagnetic phenomena of the area? Regardless of the truth, the involvement of military intelligence has only made Skinwalker Ranch more mysterious and controversial. The question remains, is it just another UFO myth, or does the US government know something we don't? Eerie sounds and giant monster sightings among the many bizarre reports from Skinwalker Ranch. Some of the most unsettling involve phantom sounds and shadowy creatures. According to security guards and witnesses, some of the strangest encounters include 1. The midnight moaning sounds at random hours of the night. An eerie wailing or moaning sound echoed across the ranch. When guards or investigators searched for the source, they found nothing. No animals, no wind, no explanation. 2. The giant wolf. That vanished witnesses claim to have seen a wolf nearly 2 to 3 times larger than normal. staring at them with unnatural intelligence. When approached, it seemingly disappeared into thin air. Some stories suggest the wolf was bulletproof, showing no reaction when shot at. 3. A light beam with no source on multiple occasions. A single bright beam of light was seen shining onto the ranch fields. The strange part, there was no visible aircraft, helicopter, or known source for the light. Skeptics vs. believers, of course. Skeptics offer more rational explanations. The giant wolf could have been exaggerated through fear and imagination. The strange beam of light could have come from a distant aircraft, military experiments, or even a natural phenomenon. The wailing noises could be wind distortion, coyote howls, or psychological suggestion. People expect to hear something eerie, so their minds amplify sounds. Yet, because these reports have persisted for decades, they have only strengthened the legend of Skinwalker Ranch. Even if one or two encounters could be misinterpretations, the sheer repetition of similar stories over the years keeps the mystery alive. So, is it just the power of suggestion? Or is something truly lurking in the darkness? Navajo spirituality, an ancient curse or a modern urban legend. Many believers in the supernatural argue that Skinwalker Ranch is cursed, the result of ancient tribal revenge. The Navajo curse theory, according to some versions of the legend, the Ute tribe once allied with European settlers against the Navajo people. In retaliation, the Navajo supposedly placed a curse on the Inter-Basin, unleashing skinwalkers to haunt the land forever. But is there actual historical proof of this curse? What historians say, no direct evidence has been found of a Navajo ritual specifically cursing this land. In traditional Navajo beliefs, skinwalkers were feared witches, not avenging spirits meant to haunt places. The idea of a cursed land fits modern paranormal storytelling rather than actual tribal customs. A myth that fits too well. Even if the curse itself isn't historical, the idea perfectly aligns with the eerie reputation of Skinwalker Ranch. A location tied to skinwalkers naturally feeds into stories of hauntings, UFOs, and supernatural events. The cursed land concept adds mystery, making the ranch even more attractive to paranormal researchers and media. Whether real or not, the legend has become part of Skinwalker Ranch's identity, helping to keep the myth alive in modern times. So, is it a curse or just good storytelling? While there's no historical proof that the Navajo actually cursed the land, the idea of an ancient vengeance fuels the Skinwalker Ranch phenomenon. Whether it's genuine folklore or a modern urban legend, one thing is clear: the mystery surrounding Skinwalker Ranch is stronger than ever. Measuring electromagnetic and radiation levels, what does the secret of Skinwalker Ranch actually show? In the History Channel series, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, a team of investigators led by Dr. Travis Taylor, a physicist, used scientific instruments to detect potential anomalies at the ranch. What they claimed to find: gamma radiation and RF spikes. Some episodes feature sudden increases in gamma radiation and radio frequency RF signals. The team suggests that this could indicate an unknown energy source, possibly linked to UFOs or interdimensional activity. Unusual compass and drone malfunctions. Cameras captured moments where compasses spun wildly, suggesting magnetic interference. Drones lost control and crashed, leading to speculation about invisible electromagnetic fields interfering with them. There might be a portal above the ranch. Based on electromagnetic readings, the team hypothesizes that something unusual, possibly a portal or unknown energy source, exists above the ranch. The scientific skepticism, how much is real? While these claims sound dramatic, scientists outside the show have raised valid concerns. TV shows are heavily edited. A paranormal reality TV often exaggerates tension for entertainment. Selective editing can make small, normal fluctuations seem like major anomalies. Radiation and EMF spikes may have natural causes. Some geologists suggest that the Uinta Basin has natural underground faults and mineral deposits that could cause temporary magnetic field shifts. Radiation fluctuations aren't necessarily supernatural. They could be influenced by cosmic rays or local geological activity. Drone malfunctions aren't uncommon. Technical glitches, signal interference, or environmental conditions, such as strong wind gusts, could explain why drones crash, not necessarily an invisible force. Entertainment vs. Science. The verdict: The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch is an entertaining watch, but it hasn't provided conclusive scientific proof of the paranormal. While the readings are intriguing, they haven't been peer-reviewed or replicated under controlled conditions. Skeptics argue that the show prioritizes entertainment value over rigorous scientific investigation. Is there something there? Even if some of the show's findings are exaggerated, the fact that highly unusual electromagnetic activity has been repeatedly reported over decades keeps the mystery alive. So, is Skinwalker Ranch a true hotspot of supernatural energy, or just a cleverly marketed mystery fueled by science fiction tropes? The jury is still out. Measuring electromagnetic and radiation levels. What does the secret of Skinwalker Ranch actually show? In the History Channel series, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, a team of investigators, led by Dr. Travis Taylor, a physicist, used scientific instruments to detect potential anomalies at the ranch. What they claimed to find: gamma radiation and RF spikes. Some episodes feature sudden increases in gamma radiation and radio frequency RF signals. The team suggests that this could indicate an unknown energy source, possibly linked to UFOs or interdimensional activity. Unusual compass and drone malfunctions. Cameras captured moments where compasses spun wildly, suggesting magnetic interference. Drones lost control and crashed, leading to speculation about invisible electromagnetic fields interfering with them. Thea might be a portal above the ranch. Based on electromagnetic readings, the team hypothesizes that something unusual, possibly a portal or unknown energy source, exists above the ranch. The scientific skepticism, how much is real? While these claims sound dramatic, scientists outside the show have raised valid concerns: UFOs, strange glowing lights, or just optical illusions. Utah, especially remote areas like Skinwalker Ranch, has dark, unpolluted night skies, making it an ideal place to see strange lights. Possible explanations for UFO sightings. In the area, natural celestial objects, many reported fast-moving lights, are likely meteors, satellites, or reflections from the International Space Station (ISS). Elon Musk's Starlink satellites, which appear as a string of moving lights, have frequently been mistaken for UFOs. Military aircraft and experimental flights. Nevada's military airspace, including Area 51, isn't far from Utah. Classified test flights of advanced aircraft could easily be mistaken for UFOs. In the past, stealth aircraft like the SR-71 Blackbird or F-117 were often reported as UFOs before they were declassified. UFO enthusiasts' counter-argument. Okay, but what about the cattle mutilations? Satellites don't kill cows. This is a fair point. Even if some lights in the sky have scientific explanations, the cattle mutilation mystery remains unsolved. Final verdict: UFOs, yes or no? The UFO debate remains open. Some sightings are likely misidentified celestial objects or military aircraft, but that doesn't explain all encounters. Whether Skinwalker Ranch truly hosts extraterrestrial activity, or if it's just a mix of natural phenomena and human psychology, remains one of its biggest unsolved questions. The interdimensional portal theory, a gateway to another realm. Some Skinwalker Ranch believers claim the site contains a portal to another dimension, a doorway to parallel universes or unknown realms. Why do people think there's a portal? Witnesses have described glowing circular lights appearing over the fields. In some accounts, these orbs descended, engulfed objects, even a cow, and then vanished into thin air. Some UFO theorists speculate that extraterrestrials aren't traveling through space, but rather through dimensional rifts, using Skinwalker Ranch as an access point. Even Elon Musk jokingly tweeted, "If you want warp drive, maybe check Skinwalker first." Or thou meant as a joke, UFO fans took it as fuel for their theories. Scientific reality. Are wormholes or portals possible? In theoretical physics, wormholes, Einstein, Rosen bridges exist in equations, but haven't been proven in reality. The idea of interdimensional portals is fascinating, but there is no scientific evidence that one exists at Skinwalker Ranch. What about measurements at the ranch? So far, no scientific equipment has definitively recorded a portal, a wormhole, or any anomaly proving interdimensional travel. The stories remain eyewitness accounts without physical proof. Verdict: fact or fiction? Could Skinwalker Ranch be a dimensional gateway? It's an exciting idea, but there's zero scientific evidence to support it. Why do people keep believing it? The mystique of the ranch, combined with repeated unexplained sightings, keeps the legend alive. So, until someone captures a cow mid-teleportation on camera, the portal theory remains just another layer of the Skinwalker mystery. Why do people love the mystery? Even without proof, psychologists suggest that humans are naturally drawn to the unknown. Skinwalker Ranch brings together the perfect blend of eerie elements: Native American legends, curses, skinwalkers, UFO theories, extraterrestrials, portals, horrific cattle mutilations, demonic supernatural themes, mysterious billionaire owners, BELIEVABLE, Fugal. It's a recipe for the ultimate horror, sci-fi thriller. Except it's happening in real life, so the legend says. Why people still believe, or stay hooked, despite lack of proof? Some are true believers, convinced that aliens, interdimensional beings, or skinwalkers exist. Skeptics still follow the story, not because they believe, but because they enjoy watching how the myth unfolds. The more secrecy and restrictions, the stronger the conspiracy theories grow. Forbidden, hidden truth. Effect: Skinwalker Ranch is private property. Outsiders are banned from entering. It has armed security, restricted airspace, and cameras everywhere. This fuels the "what are they hiding?" argument. Just like Area 51, the secrecy only increases speculation. So, what's the truth? Strange events have been reported, including cattle mutilations and glowing lights. Some credible witnesses, ex-military, nice scientists claim to have seen unexplained things. but no concrete scientific proof exists. At the same time, the media owners and TV shows have clearly sensationalized the mystery. Most data hasn't been verified independently. The research analysis at the pipe is highly secretive and vague. Final thoughts, a half-truth that lives forever. Closing this chapter, here's something to think about. Mysteries make life more exciting. It's okay to wonder about UFOs, skinwalkers, or hidden dimensions. Skepticism is healthy. Blind belief in everything isn't the answer either. Maybe some things are real, maybe they aren't. But the fun is in the search. Thank you for joining this deep dive. Follow the TNKana for more chilling mind-bending mysteries. Who knows? Maybe one day, real proof will emerge from Skinwalker Ranch, or maybe it will remain a legend forever. Until then, stay curious, stay critical, and enjoy the thrill of the unknown. See you in the next video.